There again, this is Yinkao John Guy Talk. How are you doing? I want to celebrate those who are new subscribers. I welcome you. Thumbs up to you guys. I know you've been enjoying the videos. Now, if you've been watching these videos and you have not yet subscribed, I want to encourage you. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Also, as I go on the videos, make sure you give us a thumbs up, a like. It helps to grow the video to get to other parts of the YouTube world. Make sure you comment. I want to hear what you got to say. Make sure you also hit the bell. You will be notified whenever I come up with a new video. Now let's get into this. Now I want to ask a question. What do you do when you are despised, or when you are voted in your class the least to succeed, or in your family, or nobody believes in you? What do you do? How do you handle these situations? I want to deal with that just for the next few minutes, because I am speaking to someone who is feeling the sense of hopelessness right now. There is hope for you. Or maybe you've made a lot of decisions that did not turn out well, or you are not happy with where you are, or you've made some steps and you are not proud of what you have done. But listen, your tomorrow is better than your today. That's what I want to say. I want to talk to you about learning to handle disfavor when people do not favor you, or they don't favor you anymore. People that used to favor you before no more favor you. How do you handle disapproval? When people say no to you for whatever reason, or how do you really move beyond being despised? In this world, unfortunately, there are people that will despise you. They will feel that we don't want to deal with you, we don't want to roll with you, we don't want to move with you. How do you keep on moving on when human beings say no to you? How do you say yes to yourself and yes to the plan of God, the destiny that God has for your life? There's a story I love to read. It's found in the Bible, the Old Testament, Judges chapter 11, verses 1 to 11. Judges chapter 11, verse 1 to 11 talks about a man called Jephthah. Jephthah was rejected by his half-brothers, rejected by his family, because his mother was an illegitimate mother in that house. The mother was actually a prostitute. She was a harlot that the father impregnated, and Jephthah was the result. Now, so the people, when the father Gilead died, they kicked Jephthah out and said, no, you were born of a harlot, so we don't want you in the house. Now, those were situations and circumstances beyond the control of Jephthah, but Jephthah found himself disfavored in that family. He found himself despised. There was disapproval to the point that he had to be kicked out and he had to relocate to another city. So when he got to that other city, he was, of course, initially crushed, but he began to make something for himself. And because he did not allow his past and his background to keep him down, he did not allow what people said about him to keep him down, he began to try to succeed. And that thing in him, he pulled out, he found an extra energy, went the extra mile and pulled out the gift of leadership in him. And that began to attract people to him, and he began to build up a team. It didn't look like a good team initially, but he began to achieve for himself. He began to succeed for himself. And as a result of this rejection, he did not quit and say, that is the end of my life. So have you been rejected? Have you been turned down? It can be difficult to handle. I must tell you that. It has been found that rejection can produce, it's a very painful thing. It can produce anger. And that's why some people are angry. You don't even know why they're angry. It's because they've suffered deep rejection and they've not been able to get over it. And I want to talk to you. You don't have to carry the anger of rejection with you. Rejection can lead to anxiety. A lot of fear, panic attacks can come as a result of rejection. It can lead to depression. It's been found to lead to depression and a lot of sadness and inner sorrow that can be very serious. And also depression and rejection. Depression is not the only thing, but rejection can also lead to jealousy. The person can become jealous of everybody else, and the jealousy can lead them to start making decisions and actions that we just wonder, this is uncommon, this is out of place, But listen, this guy Jephthah, he used his difficult background and the problems. When they pushed him out, he used it as a springboard to achieve something for himself. The problems of life, they either can be used by you as a stumbling block that will lead to failure, or a stepping stone that will be a springboard that will catapult you to higher grounds. Many a times when you find out that, look, I don't have anybody else to fall back on right now, it makes you think deeper. It makes you work harder. It makes you get more creative, and you can push further and break barriers as a result. So it's not all bad. Jephthah used it as a springboard. His background is not too palatable background to achieve something for himself. That's the best response to rejection. That's the best response to when you are disapproved and despised. It is to succeed at something. Every human being can succeed at something positive. Find something positive and work at it and succeed. And after a while, the story ended this way. His family members ran into trouble, and they felt the only person that can help us out is this guy Jephthah. They recognized him because he was succeeding away from them, and they negotiated with him. He negotiated and said, if you want me to come and help you, really, then I must be your leader. And he ended up negotiating from the place of power because he was already successful, and he ruled over them and that rejected him initially. In other words, he had the last laugh. Listen, I know you will have the last laugh by the grace of God. Do not quit. Do not give up. Keep on moving on. What do you think about what I've shared today? I want to know what you have to say. Remember to like, share, and also comment. Until next time, this is Nikao just saying there's room for you at the top. Keep striving and pushing. Bye.